Hi, obviously I'm not an artist, and in this vlog I'm going to be displaying and discussing issue 21 of Hachette's Warhammer 40,000 Combat Patrol. With the Space Marines and Tyranids completed, it's time to move on to the ancient race of Xenos known as the Eldari. Issue 21 comes with an Eldari HQ known as a Farseer. The issue opens with the how to build instructions, and it's a small fragile mini with bellowing capes and cloths. But it wasn't difficult to build, as I often find with these styler models. It's also got a cool thematic base rather than a basic tactical rock. That being said, it's still rock adjacent. The how to paint instructions state to use mostly red, gold and white. This however is a scheme that belongs to the Eldar craft world, Siam Han. I have elected to go for a homebrew craft world based on more of a wood elf scheme. I think I might call it Craft World Bosmer or Craft World Scoia'tael. Type in the comments if you get the references. This way I can work with a natural and organic scheme of greens and browns. In regard to the base however, I wanted something that opposed those colours, so I've gone with a sculpted pink marble that would be the deck of my made up craft world. This will be developed further with the upcoming minis in the Combat Patrol. As it stands, it's just heavily watered down pink horror with a white scar dry brush. Anyway, it's here and it can keep spinning while I dip back into the issue. Here we learn some lore about the Eldari as the earliest and most ancient of galaxy travelling races, but nevertheless in the 41st millennium they are close to extinction. As a race, they are wise and highly psychically attuned with access to powerful technology, but scattered, the majority living amongst the stars in colossal ships known as craft worlds. Other Eldari can be found in the pocket dimension called the Webway. The leaders look to maintain their civilization and psychic might by storing the essence of the deceased. This also safeguards their souls from the chaos god of Slanesh. Eldari technology is very different to other species, as it is psychically activated and manufactured from advanced psychoplastics and a unique organic material known as wraithbone. These together mean their technology cannot be replicated. Their style of warfare is as rapid as it is deadly, often with fast-moving bikes, tanks and winged infantry. The Immaterium, or Warp, is a chaotic plane of torment, an alternative dimension filled with energies looking to ensnare mortals through whispers and offers of power and decadence. Some races, such as the Tau, have little to no psychic presence and therefore aren't worth tempting. The Eldari, however, are the opposite. Indeed, it was that ultimately doomed them. The legions of Chaos Space Marines dwell here, as do armies of demons, scheming to escape into real space and corrupt the galaxy wholly. The Warp also happens to be a literal highway to hell, as this is how many of the armies in the 41st millennium achieve faster than light travel, slipping into the Warp and hopefully popping out the other side of the galaxy with sanity intact. This hellscape also acts as a method of communication, whereas specialist Imperial psychers known as astropaths send mental images galaxy-wide. Story time. In Mind War, we join Eldari Yamelvis upon her craft world pondering aspects of a Farseer's fate, as they ultimately will turn to crystal and their souls will join the Infinity Circuit within the spaceship and their bodies become inspirational decorations. She finds a quiet place to kneel and meditate. The Infinity Circuit's energies flow over and through her as a vision enters her mind. Sensing the great enemy that is chaos, she mentally instigates a battle with a relatively powerful warp entity. Back and forth the Farseer and the demon duel until entirely she rips, tears and rends its sanity from its mind in victory. As she returns to the physical plane, it is obvious that the battle had overexerted and damaged her to the point her arms are now stiffened and begin faintly sparkling as the hint of crystallization has started. A Farseer, which at this point has been mentioned several times in the video, is a brave and wise leader, in an admin role guiding and insightful, but during battle powerful with psychic mastery and adept with a spear. Opportunity to name the model here, even though we could use the name Yamelwis, whatever it was in the story. We'll put my interpretation of the Mind War into an AI and see what falls out. And we get Farseer Selfara, because apparently it has sense of celebrity and psychic power. I like it. Moving on to the datasheet, and the Farseer has a singing spear that can be used in both ranged and melee, a shuriken pistol, shuriken weapons being the Eldari projectile of choice, and a psychic attack called Eldritch Storm. Base stats for Eldari mean that they have more movement but less toughness than, say, the Space Marines that we've seen up until this point. Comparing them to the Tyranids is quite mixed, as they were very varied in statistics. Oh, and it also has an ability called Fortune. This gives a nearby unit -1 to wound if attacked. Scenario 17, Behind Enemy Lines, has spawning termagants at 2 different points on the map. The lone Farseer must gather intelligence from all 3 objectives until the end of the 4th battle round. Anyway, issue 21 is complete, and the next issue comes with paints, so time to get creative there. Please like, comment and subscribe as I continue to chronicle the collecting, construction and creating.